Okay, guys, so I'm just getting out of work and headed, like, I've got 20 minutes here to change and get ready for my other job. So, um, it's important to know what to stand up for in life. So, I mean, I just got out of work and they're like, I'm like, do you need anything else done before I go? And, one waitress is like, can you not ask me when I'm in the middle of an order? I'm like, oh, fair enough. And then I never asked again, thinking maybe you're in the middle of an order, but I also have to leave because I have a second job. So, fair enough, whatever. I'm not going to beg you to ask if you need something. I mean, I did more than my part and I didn't have to ask. So, there's things we stand on in life, right? So then I'm like, oh, great, Melissa, now you got to deal with this thing. You're going into your job and there's some things that I have to speak up about. And I'm like, do you really have to speak up about it? Because you're probably going to get fired. And, getting a little more energy, guys. I actually brought a Reese's peanut butter cup, which I have not done since, I don't know, since I had kids. I cannot remember buying myself a Reese's peanut butter cup in ages. So I actually brought myself one today as a treat. But, I'm like, do you really need to stand up for that, Melissa? I'm like, it's not, it is an issue. I mean, there is principle there. I mean, I could let it go, but if I don't say something, further things are going to go down, right? So, as I'm dealing with this stuff, I get on my phone and somebody had heard about how I lost family because I'm a Christian. And they were like, somebody encouraged me and they're like, I'm really proud of you. You stood up for your faith, even when it meant losing your family. And, I love my family still, and that was pretty painful, but because I became a Christian, my father disowned me. He's like, you're not the person you used to be, da da da. Didn't really ask questions or want a relationship to really get to know me. My mom just dropped me like a hot knife through, but like a, no, don't say it that way, like a hot ball, right? She just dropped me because I became a Christian. And she said it was too hard to have a relationship instead of like saying, you know, like, no matter what issue we have, we'll work through it kind of thing. So there's other people in my life who are like that, which I love. But, and then I lost my husband, what the heck, So sometimes, guys, you have to stand up. There are big things you have to stand up for and small things. So the truth is, my parents were just using me to be grandkids. I mean, when I would say to my mom, oh, this is what if she's like, oh, I just want to take them here or there. I'm like, no, this is what we're doing. Well, I just feel like this, or I can't do anything, or I this. Not about you, So, when people just want to use you, you have to, even if it's family, put your foot down. So, it's a good testing ground to see if you're being used when you say no. So right now, that I mean, I love my parents to death. I loved my in-laws. I really love them. And the sad thing is, they didn't appreciate me or love me as I love them, and kind of broke relationship repeatedly. So Jesus says it's Sunday. He says, if you're an orphan, he will take you up. He's the father to the fatherless. So yeah, so there's a lot there. But anyway, someone said, I'm proud of you, and you're the type of person that would never deny Christ. And it's great to have a compliment, but I wasn't going to buy that because, we know the flesh is weak, guys. We know it. We need to be aware of it. But the spirit is strong. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is very weak. And I said to this person, I pray I never deny Christ. That's what I usually do. I pray that I won't. Because it is very easy to pull away from God in this day and age, especially like today I had to work. Did I make a lot of money? Yeah. But it's also Sunday, and I'm like, you're making a lot of money on Sundays, And it's something with a new job I've taken on, but it's not something that I'm always going to do because I also need to go to church. So I'm still feeding myself, with The Chosen. We watched and stuff, but may I never deny Christ. That's like my prayer. Let me never deny him. And I had someone, say, "Oh, let's do some trivia here. How about trivia? Do you want to do some trivia, Melissa?" This was at work. I'm like, "No." I'm not someone who really enjoys stupid questions, but I said, "Well, actually, let's do trivia and let's do the Bible." And that never happened. But I do stand up for my faith when I can. I try to love people, but I'm also not going to, compromise my faith. And so it's really important, guys. We're living in the last days. We see people going nutty over Tesla and stuff. So we need to draw closer to God now more than ever. And I do hope my parents get saved. I pray for them, and I pray for my husband's parents that they will come to know Christ, because unless you come to know him, you are going to be empty and you are going to be left in the dark later on.